Yes, this is Empire Crypto TV to buy or sell. I'm using technical indicators this evening to determine the price. But anyway, before I go any further, I'd like to welcome you to Empire Crypto TV, and we are live here in Africa. It's late now. I hope you are having a good time wherever you are, and we are gonna do some market analysis together, and we're gonna be looking at some major markets. But before that, please do invite your friends on the show. This is a very educational show. We are not financial advisors, but we are people who try to advise people about their finances and investments and trading strategies as well. Share the live show if you could, and if you can, if you want, and if you should share the live show. What am I saying? And of course, please be sure to subscribe and win the prizes that you win when you are here at Empire Crypto TV. And we're looking at the chart. BTC right now, it's at a very narrow, steep point, undecided. Not sure what's going to happen this weekend. You can see that there's a lack of volatility. I'm looking at the 1 hour chart right now on Trading View, and the relative strength index itself. We're going to just do a market analysis on this together. Let's see what it brings, and let's jump right into it. Right now, I'm having my technical indicators, which is the exponential moving average, which is picked from the Trading View platform itself. I have that green line on top, and which is a moving average. I think it's in 26 period moving average, and then you'll have a 9 period moving average. Right, the 26 period moving average is above, showing that the market has been weak, as we all know. The Bitcoin right now is at $38,000 per coin, moving in between those lines, not making a certain move, not going to 40,000 or above, not going to 37,000 or below, but just keeping it on 38, 39, 30, 39, 40, 38, 39 thousand dollars per Bitcoin. Right here, we have the exponential moving average. Now it is now cramped in these zones, because now if the moving average or the 26 period moving average is above, that shows that the market has been weak. As soon as the the 9 period moving average comes above, like here in this period here, like here, as soon as it comes above, that shows that that's market strength. Okay, but now looking at it right now, whether to buy or sell in this evening, it's quite tight. So I would advise people who are trading, who are investors, to hold. If you're an investor, hold until you see a clear pattern. Then you're gonna make a decision. If you're a trader, that maybe you have your trades locked in on a trade, maybe you can place a buy limit or a sell limit. It will allow you to give you the opportunity to make that decision that is going to be accurate when the market moves in that direction, whether the market goes up or down. But you should play with the safety of having limit orders. Limit orders will help you a lot in this because it's undecided. In most cases, when you see this types of trends, you will obviously have to sell right here at this point in time. Then if you have sold here right there at the top, while Bitcoin was still at $42,000, then the sellers came in, and then the technical indicator only reveals this crossover. We talk about crossover afterwards, that the sell has been happening. Some people will come in here and start selling when they see that the crossover has occurred, and they will see this gap here, right here. And when they see this gap right here, okay, it's opening, the gap is opening, then the sellers will come in and start making profits as well. And not only in BTC have I observed this, also the native coin of Binance Exchange is also experiencing that steep, undecided whether to buy or sell. Hold. That's my advice to investors, to buyers, and to those people who are having their trades unlocked in the market. Use your buy stop and your sell stop market order. Okay, just waiting for this. The Binance. Just wanted it to reveal so that I can show you that it's also looking just quite the same as the BTC, nothing different from it. And just coming on, the Binance, by the way, is trading at 371.2 per Binance in dollars. So I just wanted to see it maybe by this afternoon, because Binance moves quite stronger than Bitcoin sometimes, but it is flat and volatility is very low. As you can see, when you see these small candlesticks forming a long queue, sideways trends, undecided. Why? Because they are news. The things that are happening in the world are the ones that are causing the market to be like this. The market in this day and age is all news driven. Also the Binance right here, having that struggle, having to decide whether to go up or down. But there is a strong bearish candlestick forming. I don't know how temporary or how strong will it last and how long will it last. This bearish trend that is trying to form, by the way. My relative strength index is at 43, and it's in between 70 and 30. So it's very hard to decide. But from when I look at it right now, if you are sellers have come in here maybe 4 hours, 5 hours ago, have started selling the Binance coin or the cryptocurrency space. There is a sell-off, a major sell-off that is happening right now on this Friday afternoon. Look at that candlestick forming a strong bearish trend. But the technical indicator has not yet revealed the true nature of this trend. Until it reveals its true nature of this trend, right here there was a crossover or a cross that happened, and some of them they call it the golden cross, and there are many names for it, but I just call it the cross. So there is that green line, that exponential moving average, which is a 26 period moving average above the red line, showing a strong bearish trend until we see the 9-period moving average coming above with a strong bullish trend. Then we can decide that this is a strong bullish trend. Like here, it must form some sort of a gap, but while it's still narrow, it's not decided. So hold, put your limit orders as your buy order and your sell order, and stay safe. I don't think that you should execute the order immediately. You should wait at this point in time on this Friday market. News come out about the stock on Wall Street. Wall Street opens higher as market rides out inflation blow. Dow up 330 points. You know what? The news may talk about inflation, but what is inflation? There's a lot of people who are watching the show. We're just talking words, but they don't understand what is inflation, what people can understand about inflation. Let's go to Inflation Investopedia. Take you to school a little bit, okay? Now, what is inflation? Inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. So the purchasing power of the dollar is declining. Why? Because there's too much dollar in circulation. Now, once the dollar is in too much circulation, or there's too much supply of the dollar, it makes it less valuable. So that's why maybe there is also stories that they will be raising interest rates. So interest rates will also make it harder for people to access the dollars. So the purchasing power of a given currency over time has declined. A quantitative estimate of the rate at which the decline in purchasing power occurs can be reflected in the increase of an average price level of a basket of selected goods. So things are getting more expensive, maybe also, and the services in an economy over some period of time, no doubt. things are quite getting expensive because the economy in the US, people are struggling. The rise in the general level of prices, often expressed as a percentage, means that a unit of currency effectively buys less than it did in prior periods. So things are just, to put it simply, things are getting expensive as a whole. So raising the interest rates, I don't know if it will help the general public, but I think it's gonna help the economy in reverse, and that remains to be seen. Also, let's look at also the coinmarketcap.com, which is the cryptocurrency watch, looking at the Bitcoin always as number one. Just want to look at the overall market cap of the cryptocurrency space, still at $1.7 trillion on this Friday, trying to climb back to that 2 trillion mark that we are all used to. And now it's still at 1.7, 1.8. This week it hasn't reached that 2 trillion like it did last week, but it didn't. So looking at Bitcoin right here, it's number one, number three, number Tether, Binance at number 4, USD Coin, XRP at number 6, Terra, Luna, Cardano, Solana number 9, number 10, Avalanche, and Binance USD. Binance also has its own stable coin. So stable coins are quite familiar. So Polkadot at number 12, Dogecoin number 13, Terra USD, Shiba Inu number 15, Polygon number 16, Wrapped Bitcoin, DAI at number 18, Kronos number 19. I'll stop at number 20, which is Cosmos. Litecoin used to be at top 10. Litecoin used to be a top coin, but that project has fallen to number 21. Wow. So these projects that are developing are also challenging old projects, trying to improve what they have not improved. Let us look at other markets other than this market as well. Look at the US oil. US oil is the thriving market. US oil has been aggressively bullish over this past week, even now on Friday. Looking at this market, I've looked at it earlier on, and I know there is, yes, that bullish candlestick right there, crude oil, US oil right there. Look at that bullish trend. But there's also lack of volatility within the commodity sector as well, which is surprising for me because I was hoping to see some volatility. Also here, also observe, also there are also crossovers here, right? There is what you call a simple moving average. There's an exponential moving average, and then there's a simple moving average, all in one as a technical indicators for traders. These are familiar technical indicators that are used by traders. Look at that crossover right there in direct. You see, like the candlestick right there, and when you see that SMA coming above, showing that the market has lost strength. But when you see the RSI, the relative strength index, coming above the SMA, shows that the market was strong prior before it became weak. There was a crossover as well here. And now looking at oil, now the crossover here represents a strong bullish trend because why? The RSI is above the simple moving average. And the simple moving average, once it's above, it shows market weakness here, right here. Hence, let me just enlarge the whole market here. Let me just take it down here so that you can see properly with the candlestick right there. Can you see that? You see, it shows that there was a bearish trend when the moving average or the simple moving average came underneath. The market was strong. Then as soon as the simple moving average came above, which is the golden line, then the market was weak, which is oil. Now there is a clear indication that the indicator represents, it says that there will be a strong bullish trend for the oil market or the US oil, which is a commodity. By the way, let us look at the gold, the gold as well, another commodity that has been quite aggressive in this past week. Also having the relative strength, well, it has a different story than the US oil. Then it has the relative strength index beneath, then showing that the gold prices have fallen very strongly on this Friday. Let us look at some of the stock. Okay, no, this is Google. Okay, This is gold. I just want to look at the gold. So now the gold also has a clear indication that the relative strength index just came above the simple moving average, showing that there's a strong indication of a strong bullish trend that is forming within the gold market, unlike your Google stock that we just saw previously that has the relative strength index coming below the simple moving average. These are crossovers. So in this case, as a trader, you would come in here, you would sell the gold. If you would, if you are a trader, you would sell Google stock. Sorry to say that, you would sell the Google stock, and then on the contrary, you go to the gold market and you would buy the gold stock in this afternoon. This is a 1 hour chart, by the way. So in the long run, you would buy the gold stock, and then you would sell. You'll buy the gold commodity, and then you sell the Google stock. Not only Google is taking a punch in this afternoon, and let me look at the currencies as well. Euro, how things fend off. Wow, the euro has been falling because of what's happening in the Ukraine. And of course, there's a clear indication that the simple moving average right there, look at that, showing that there is a strong bearish trend forming. And right there, the sellers or the people who have sold the market have made money in the long run, because from that point, you could see that the euro against the US dollar has fallen from 1.1 500 to 1.1 down below to 1.095 and 25 against the US dollar. Right there, you would have sold the euro, and maybe later on, maybe you can look to buy it again, because there is a reason to believe that the euro will be getting stronger over the later. But the gap itself here, it shows me another story, but it's a strong bearish trend that is going to form this afternoon. If you are a trader in the forex market or in the currency market, you would look at such indicators so that you can buy or sell. So these are some of the indicators that you use to decide whether to buy or sell. This is another strong crossover that has occurred within the euro and US dollar. And at this point, at that point right there, the sellers came in and they just did a sell off, and that sell off caused a lot of people to have profits if they are trading within these markets as well. Also, the UK oil. I've looked at the US oil, and now I'm looking at the UK oil. Also, the UK oil also strong, shows a very strong uptrend, because the indicator indicates that the simple moving average is coming beneath the relative strength index that shows that the market is strong, or the UK oil is on a bullish run. That gap right there says it all, because that gap there, it shows that it's going to take a long time for a crossover, for a market to turn from bullish to bearish, or sometimes in some cases from bearish to bullish. So that also remains to be seen. Quite interesting. But another story that came out on Bitfinex, okay, this is just a story that just came out that I wanted to share as well. On Bitfinex refuses to freeze crypto belonging to non-sanctioned Russians. Wow, okay, this story is okay, goes on about the Russian conflict. Amid global businesses boycotting the Russian residents over military conflict in Ukraine. Goes on to say some companies in the cryptocurrency industry stand up for the rights of non-sanctioned Russian citizens. Wow, this can be, the one of the reasons why, because now cryptocurrencies has also entered the war, and that I think this is some of the reasons why the cryptocurrencies is also negatively affected. But I'm not saying that wars are good or anything like that, but these exchanges, Bitfinex coming into the business and sanctioning other Russian users, it's also difficult, because Russia is one of the countries that is in use with cryptocurrencies, and the citizens of Russia rely on cryptocurrencies as much as the Ukrainian people out there as well. Bitfinex, an affiliate firm of the world's largest stablecoin provider, Tether, will not and literally freeze the accounts of ordinary Russian customers as part of the global sanctions unless it's forced to do so. A spokesperson of Bitfinex told Cointelegraph on Thursday. Yes, that's the news. So far, that's as far as the cryptocurrency space goes towards this conflict that is happening in Russia today. Other than that, looking at the Bitcoin one more time, at 39,000 just flicked. It was now before I changed the slide, it was just 38,000, but now it just flicked back to $39,000. Now back to $38,000. So that's how volatile the market is right now in this afternoon, Friday. And I hope you enjoyed that analysis. And let's see what happens. Be careful, do your research, be able to determine and take care of your investment in the most safest way. Do your research. This market, whether it be stock, whether it be currencies, whether it be Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, it's all news driven. There's a strong bearish trend that is forming. There's a reason for that. Maybe news came out that I am not aware of right now. Until it comes out, then we'll do a formal analysis. Hence, get on Hence desk on your information. Make sure that you find clarified information about the markets, because these are very turbulent times as we speak in terms of investments and money and so forth. So hopefully you have a good weekend. Thank you very much for joining me. This is Empire Crypto TV with Stone right here. Thank you very much.